Tanya.
I'm Christina.
And we're the Gorgeous Geeks.
And we're here today with our first video game review. I know this came out a couple months ago. Hold it up. Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Oh.
It came out a couple months ago. We did get it when it came out, but we've just been kind of held up with doing a review on it. But and I did beat it very quickly. It took some time out my days, and just it wasn't very productive a couple days. But I did beat it with all the characters. And I do really like the gameplay, but there are some issues with the story itself. The other Marvel vs. Capcom 1 and 2 didn't really have a story to it. It's not an RPG game.
No, they didn't have a story whatsoever.
But the thing about it, though, is reflecting back, or especially looking at this one, you have these two worlds. It's called Marvel vs. Capcom Fate of Two Worlds. And the story is, I guess, Dr. Doom from Marvel and Wesker from Resident Evil decided to collaborate together, and they're gathering villains to conquer both worlds, and the heroes have to stop them, and at some point Galactus shows up.
It's always cool when Galactus shows up. Or Thanos.
And the thing is, though, you don't really know that unless you look it up. There are... Because if you just get in the game and you just start playing, you're just playing the game and you're just fighting each other, because you might have a team of good guys and bad guys, and you're just fighting whoever pops up on the screen, and then at the end you fight Galactus, and that's that. And then everybody has, whoever gets the last hit with Galactus, that's who defeated Galactus, and everyone has a little story. I don't like all their little stories. The best story was probably Deadpool's.
That's because Deadpool's so funny.
Yeah.
He is. Him and Gamer.
Like some of them I literally found worthless. But Deadpool, just like he knows he's in a comic book, he knows he's in a video game. So like when he's real, he's like, oh yeah, I love Street Fighter. So, you know, it's really funny. And then when he beats the game, they had a big party, and the police start looking for him and Player, which is you.
Yeah.
And because you apparently did a lot of property damage from the out of control party. So I mean that's funny. That was something that you maybe see in a comic book, but other stuff like Morgan going to Mephisto's bar or something like that. I don't know. I wish there was more incentive to keep beating the game. But the cool thing about it, though, is...
Well, it's still more than what the first two had, though.
I think I prefer Marvel vs. Capcom 2, honestly.
Really?
Yeah. Because, well, there wasn't really... I think all the characters were there when you started playing it.
Not Cable.
Cable's not in this game.
That's what I'm saying. Cable's not in here.
I know. I'm saying in Marvel vs. Capcom 2, there are actually people really to unlock. There was a lot of different options you could be. You could, if you were Chun-Li and you beat it with Chun-Li, you could be Shadow Lady, and she was really cool when she did her Big Bang attack. I used her so many times. My dad would get Gambit, and he'd do his, card Royal Flush thing, and then but I would block it, and he snaps and takes that second, and right when he did that, I got him every single time. And so I was hoping maybe she would be back. No, she wasn't. I missed the little robot, but he wasn't there.
Daddy hated that robot. Our dad, he only played with Cable.
Yeah, he's like devastated. There's no Cable in the
So if you got a character that was like below Cable's waist, he could not beat him, and it was just so funny because all he would do
he could take out do the other gun when it was like
yeah.
Like every time my dad mentions that game, we're like like that's how we mock him playing that game.
And he loves it. He calls it stress relief. But Cable isn't in this one. To our dads,
I miss Cable. I miss Mega Man. Roll was so cute. I miss Sun. I really like Sun. Thought she was neat. You can download two characters. You can download Jill and Shumagarath, who's in the first one. Jill's from Resident Evil. I did like Shumagarath, so that was cool they brought him back. But
there is a character in here that I love playing with, and that is X23.
Yes, the characters I like to play with are really small, fast people. Like X-23 is my favorite character. She just goes in there and she just starts really attacking. I like playing with Felicia on occasion. I like Chun-Li.
Well,
I don't know, I guess I'm kind of discriminating with these females. But I don't really like She-Hulk, though. Because I feel it's really redundant to kind of have her in the Hulk. Because I don't feel there's a lot of variation between the two of them.
Well, before I used to play, I always play with Chun-Li and Morgan and Wolverine. But I had to get X-23. I always have to get Storm. I love Storm.
Storm is cool.
Storm, just because she can attack from, you know, on the other side of the screen.
Projectile attacks are.
Yeah, I love Storm, Deadpool, and X-23.
But I like to attack you head on. That's my thing. Like,
I want to hit you while you're over there. I want to hit you, and I want to do a combination. I found it so easy to do the combinations with X-23.
Well, here's the thing. Marvel vs. Capcom, you can either play it on normal or you can play it on simple. And if you play it on simple, it is pretty easy to do. Just about all the attacks. It's really easy to do combinations and specials. And I think all you really have to do is like press a button. You have to excuse me for not saying off the top of my head because my fingers know. Every time I play a game, like Mario Kart or something, I'm like, how do you do this? And I'm like,
yeah.
I don't
when
know.
You switch systems, man, your fingers know. They know the buttons.
The fingers know. The brains are in the fingers.
Yeah. Finger memory is actually what it's called.
Yeah.
But I thought the game was really fun.
It is fun to play, and one of the great features about it is that you can do Xbox Live, and you can play with people all around the world, and you can do it according to your rank or whatever, and try to build up your rank. So
some of these people you gotta be boss to play with.
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
I heard that if
you see somebody and they're picking like Super Scroll, just back away.
Yeah, or even I heard today.
Like, I use the bathroom. I can't play right now.
I heard somebody saying that if you see somebody that getting a Jean, get Phoenix because they'll get Dark Phoenix.
Yeah, if you kill Jean and her health bar, the power bars are all the way full, and she dies, she will come back as Dark Phoenix. And you know what? I find she's particularly kind of easy to kill as Jean, but you don't want, maybe because that's by design, because she'll come back as Dark Phoenix.
Yeah.
I guess we've been waiting for so long. I wish it was a little bit more. But the gameplay itself is really cool. It is a really cool fighting game. Mm-hmm. If you have a lot of siblings like we do, you can just keep playing each other, invite friends over and play. Or just, you don't even have to do that. You can hook it up to Xbox Live and play with anybody from everywhere. And there's a lot of, this is the hot thing right now, so there's a lot of tournaments and stuff that you can go to and play other people and test your skills. So, but the fighting is really great. The fighting itself. Yeah,
the visual, it's just done so well. It really is. And some, the graphics and everything, and the drawing of the characters.
Yeah, the graphics are really cool. Some other new characters, Dante is really cool to play with. Trish moves a little too slow for me, but her powers are cool too. But if you get Dante, he's just like all power. He's pretty easy to play with too. Thor's in there. Sentinel. I kind of wish you could play as Galactus at the end. Like, I don't know how you do that. Pick Galactus and you just be like the entire screen. I'm like, psh.
I don't know. I think if you're Galactus, that'd be cheating.
But you can be Onslaught. You can play as Onslaught at the end of Marvel vs. Capcom 2. If you beat Onslaught, you can beat Onslaught.
That is true.
So,
I was just waiting for that. True. That's true. So you really want to be Galactus?
I would do it. He'd probably not be like someone I'd pick regularly, but I would just like to be Galactus.
Wow, Deadpool and Galactus on a team. That is interesting. Can you imagine Deadpool as a guard?
Yeah, that'd be worthless. Anyone would be worthless.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But Wesker's creepy. From Resident Evil. He just has his attack and he looks at you in his red eyes, and then he just